What's up, World Wide Web? Daddy. He's just an angry guy. And as you noticed, this is no longer the angry toy guy. This is instead now Angry Guy Productions. Covering a plethora of things. So, tonight, I'm going to do something new. Because I'm starting to cover a little bit of everything. So now we're going to cover pro wrestling. And I'm not just saying WWE because AEW is on its way. This Sunday we've got AEW Double or Nothing. And let's face it, at this point, it's got to be 10 times better than what we got this past Sunday from WWE. And I'm talking about, well, the highlight of the show. We're going to talk about Money in the Bank. That's right, this is the first of E-Day's wrestling reviews coming off the heels of Money in the Bank. And I'm taping this. We've covered SmackDown. Or SmackDown was tonight. Of course, by the time you guys get this, SmackDown would have already happened. Raw, following Money in the Bank. And of course, you know, this past Sunday night's Money in the Bank pay-per-view. There was a lot of hopes. On paper, this event looked great. I mean, we had 8 very worthy competitors in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We had 8 worthy competitors in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. As the show started, we had Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. We had Charlotte versus Becky. We had Tony Nese, Daivari. We had Mysterio and Samoa Joe. We had Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, their first time ever on TV. We had Kofi Kingston, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Elias. We had a lot of stuff that it looked good. Storyline wise, building up to it, yeah, kind of lackluster. But when you look at the matchups paper wise, it looked great. Like I said, it looked great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through an entire review here of all the matches, stuff that happened throughout the show, talk about it, and at the end I'll give my final rundown on what I honestly thought, and God help us all with what I've got to say on that one, because I've had 2 days at this point to think about this, to get cooled off. So that being said, let's start with the pre-show match, and I am talking about the Usos versus Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. Alright, so kicking off the kickoff show was, or the pre-show matchup, I guess you could say, had a tag team match, non-title of course, SmackDown Tag Team Champions Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan versus the Usos. For a pre-show match is alright. Pretty decent. You know, nothing really to complain about. A lot of back and forth action. Like I said, fairly decent. Usos picking up the win, which really trying to figure that one out. I mean, due to the fact that Usos are on Raw, Bryan and Rowan are SmackDown. Yes, I know there's the wild card. But I don't really see the whole point in Daniel and Rowan losing a match so close after winning the tag titles. But, like I said, the match was good. It, looked good and all that. Nothing really to complain about there. So, like I said, with everything they talked about in kickoff, get the match, it was decent. Some of you would honestly, to be honest, this could have been on the main card, to be honest. With other crap we got through the night, I don't see why not, but it should have been an early sign of this whole thing of where we're going, of who in the fuck booked this shit, because it was a decent match. Usos picking up the win. Great for kickoff. Alright, so we kicked off the show. They did a nice little in memoriam thing for oh crap, what's her name? Ashley Mazzaro, I think that's what it was. God, I can't believe I forgot that one. But anyways, nice little thing there. Now, prior to the main show starting, when the pre-show was still on, you had Naomi come out. She gets down to the ring. They cut everything, do the whole Money in the Bank intro. Show her back in the ring. All of a sudden they restart Naomi's music. Here she is. She's already in the ring and all that. But we're kicking off with the 8-woman women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, originally Alexa Bliss was supposed to be an 8th competitor. However, we had learned earlier last week that she had been pulled because she was not medically cleared. Which is funny because we'd seen her compete on Raw a couple times since Mania. So, anyways, they replaced her with Nikki Cross. In all honesty, this was a good way to start the card. Great action from all 8 women. To be honest, I almost had it figured early on. They were probably going to aim for Mandy Rose winning it. And it looked like that was going to be the case. I almost halfway expected Nikki Cross to be the one to win this and then pull some kind of stunt where Alexa Bliss ends up with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Weirder shit has happened. So, needless to say, like I said, it was a great starter match. Bayley gets the win, after finish, which was a great finish. You had Sonya Deville go through and basically was trying to carry Mandy Rose up to the top of the ladder. They both get up there. Here comes Bayley. She literally run up there. You'd almost think she had not competed in none of this match at all. Run up there, stared them both down, shoved them both off there, grabbed that briefcase. To be honest, it was a shock. I wouldn't have seen Bayley winning, not with the way that they booked her lately. Not with the way they booked her in the last 2 years. Would I have thought that Bayley was going to be the 2019 Miss Money in the Bank? Yeah, it was great seeing her go through and celebrate with everybody. and all that. All in all, it was a great way to start the match. Really great way. At this point, I don't know about anybody else, I was feeling like, alright, this is going to turn out to be, I was going to be right, this is going to turn out to be a really good show. I do have one reservation about this match, and despite how good it was, to me it felt like the women were holding back a little bit. I don't know if it was because of things later on that were already planned or what, but it did feel like it was being, stuff was being held, they were kind of holding back instead of going full bore like women's ladder matches, these Money in the Bank ladder matches for the women has happened in the last 2 years. So that's my only reservation about it. But other than that, it's a really great starter match. Really great women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Great to see Bayley win. Glad to see it. Alright, so next up, we got Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio United States Championship on the line. Alright, so WrestleMania, we had a 1-minute match. In the weeks following WrestleMania, leading up to this, we had some good back and forth stuff between Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio. Stuff involving Rey's son Dominic. And looked like we was going to get something better out of the two of them first time around. That was not the case. We got twice the match that we got at WrestleMania. And when I say that, I'm seriously meaning we got twice the match. Because this match didn't last 1 minute, it lasted 2. And then there was the fucked up 3 count, which the referee could very blatantly see Samoa Joe's shoulders were off the mat. And I've heard the bullshit at this point of the match decision got made on the fly right then, because when Mysterio went and took Samoa Joe over with that Hurricanrana, Samoa Joe's nose got broken. The ref saw the blood. It was decided. No. If that's how this was going to go down, then instead of that fucked up ending to this match, why not try something that's not nearly as blatantly fucked up, but it's still fucked up, and pull an old NWA rule out of the book and say, alright, we got to call this match, there's blood. No contest, it's over. Samoa Joe retains, no contest. Would have made a lot more sense than Samoa Joe's shoulders being off the fucking mat and the referee in plain sight of it and making the 3 count. Afterwards, you had Dominic come down, celebrate his dad a little bit. They're heading up the ramp. Samoa Joe comes back down, grabs Mysterio, throws him back in the ring, beats him down, supposedly separates one of Rey's shoulders. I'm thinking they said the right one. I'm thinking that's what they were saying. We'll see how this continues to play out. However, it was just a completely fucked up thing right there. At this point, I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm really hoping that this was just something to further this on, but what the fuck are they doing? And this was my first round of who in the fuck booked this shit? But winner in about 2 minutes was Rey Mysterio. At that point, only thing you can do is put your head down and go, what the fuck? Alright, so next up, we're going to get the Steel Cage match. The WrestleMania rematch between Shane McMahon and The Miz. Alright. Typical babyface heel Steel Cage match. I know this is supposed to be the blowover. This is the end of the feud, you know. This whole Steel Cage thing. You had Shane playing your classic heel, trying to escape the cage as quick as he can, trying to play the whole role of trying to get out of there as quick as he can. Miz going through and chasing after him, beating his ass. You didn't have any high risk shit. I mean, Shane did at one point go for coast to coast, only to get caught by the Miz and it be turned into the figure four. And you saw Shane go through and he reached for the rope, started trying to climb up the ropes, trying to escape the figure four. Tried to escape the cage while in the figure four. Ref never called a rope break, which is how it's supposed to be inside the steel cage. A little bit more back and forth between Shane and Miz. Luckily, through all this, there was no sign of George Mizanin. Miz hits the skull-crushing finale from off the top rope. Technically gets the 1, 2, 3. However, ref throws it off because Shane puts his foot on the rope and calls for a rope break. Oh, there's only 2 count. Anybody can look it up in the WWE rulebook. It is available online. That shouldn't have happened. Ending comes when Miz can't pull Shane back up over the top of the cage. Shane basically managed to slip out of Miz's grasp. T-shirt coming off of him. Hits the ground, gets the win. And we have moment number 2 of who in the fuck booked this shit. Miz had it won with the 3 count. Why the ref stopped counting and stopped the 3 count, and the whole foot on the rope was pretty damn stupid. You know, at some point they're going to have to get their... Somebody's going to have to do something. Something seriously is going to have to happen, because at this point in the card, it's making a person feel like they want to turn it off and quit watching. I kept watching only because I wanted to see the championship matches. But at this point, this is starting to look like an old WCW pay-per-view with how bad it was. How it was getting. But, yeah. So much potential for a steel cage match. So many fuck-ups. And we're only 3rd match on the main card. 4 matches into the show, period, if you include the pre-match show. 2 out of 4 were pretty damn good. The other 2 sucked balls. Alright, so next up we got a 205 live match, a cruiserweight title match between Tony Nese and Daivari. I still can't pronounce his first name correctly. Save my ass. Alright. For the last year, if not longer, most time when you got the cruiserweight title matches, they were always on the pre-show, except for whenever they did Super Showdown in Australia last year. And it's because Buddy Murphy was in it. Yeah, they put it on the main card. Flash forward now. Alright, so they put the match on the main show between Nese and Daivari. And while it wasn't as great as a lot of other matches that you've seen as far as the 205 live guys go, and especially the cruiserweight title matches that's happened on any of the pay-per-views. Yes, they may be on the pre-show, but still, they were on the pay-per-views. They were all great matches. This one was really good. I ain't gonna say great, but I'm gonna say it was really good. I think if they had let them go longer, this match could have turned great. Tony Nese picked up the win. When it was all said and done, great, you know, for his first title defense on a major show. He looked good. Daivari looked good. I honestly think it's just mainly time constraints on this one. If they'd let it go another 5-10 minutes, I might be saying this is match of the night. Because they had the potential to do a lot more and do a lot better. So, but still, it's a damn good match. Starting to make things feel a little bit better about how things are going. Alright. Alright, so we've had 2 title matches. And 1 Money in the Bank ladder match. And 2 matches that had no titles involved. So we're going to get to the man. Becky Lynch. The first of her 2 title defenses. First up is the Raw Women's Championship. Up for grabs. Becky Lynch. Lacey Evans. This one I had an issue with the story. Not necessarily the storyline, but the lack of storyline. And with Becky being on both shows, because she's Becky 2 belts. This is one of those matches that needed more time to cook, be built up before it got to pay-per-view. And it also gave us moment number 3 of the who in the fuck booked this shit. Both ladies had a great match. But it would be a fucked up finish that would fuck this whole thing up. Lacey Evans goes through and she rolls Becky Lynch up. The referee can see it. Shoulders are on the mat. He checks. He spins around to the other side. Checks again. Gets the 1, 2. Becky pops it out of the 3 count. Locks in the disarmer. Lacey real quick is tapping out. Bell's called. Now, this is the damn same referee that did the fucked up ending for the WrestleMania main event between Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda. Lacey had her down for the damn 3 count. She should have been the new Raw Women's Champion. That's not what we got. But like I said, it was a great match. And a great way to show what Lacey can do. I've watched Lacey since she showed up in NXT for the Mae Young Classic, the first one. She showed a ton of potential. They were still working with her some. They're in NXT. I think they could have worked with her a lot more and given us something to really, that once she showed up on the main roster, she's been forced to be reckoned with. She's still going to be. Don't get me wrong. And I did feel like everything was a little rushed on her being thrown into the title picture so soon after not only showing up on Raw and SmackDown to start with, but she hadn't really wrestled any until, the last 2 months. She hadn't really wrestled any. And if she has wrestled anybody, it ain't really been anybody big for the most part. Like I said, Becky Lynch gets the win. We don't get to see the women's right. But we'll talk more about that here shortly. Alright, so Becky and Lacey, they're done with their match. Becky's getting ready to leave the ring. Here comes Charlotte Flair. It's time. She wants to go ahead, because she sees the back and forth that's happened, she wants to go ahead and get the SmackDown Women's Championship match up out of the way. Try to swing the title. Quick match. There was a lot of stuff that these two could have done a lot more, a lot better. This could have been booked a hell of a lot better, but with everything that's been done with the Women's Championships since WrestleMania, both of these storylines seemed really rushed and poorly done. Quick, short match. Charlotte gets the win after Lacey interferes with the ref's back turn. She nails the women's right on Becky. Charlotte rolls her up, gets the 3 count. And you got Charlotte Flair now, your 9-time women's champion. I think Charlotte's an excellent competitor. However, I think a lot of this has just been like way too... If this keeps up, she's going to break her dad and John Cena's record, and she won't even have been in the business 5 years, or on the main roster for 5 years at this point. She's always thrown straight into the damn title matches. There's a lot of other deserving women on both rosters. Actually, SmackDown or NXT roster too. But whatever, I'm not gonna go there quite yet, because While I was disappointed with the way this match went, my feelings about to change. Alright, so we've got, Charlotte's just beating Becky. Lacey comes in there. They're both going through and they're beating Becky down. Outside the ring, inside the ring. Here comes Bayley out there. Bayley managed to find the advantage. Becky and Lacey are outside the ring. Charlotte goes to after Bayley. Bayley basically trips her, slings Charlotte's head right into the damn second turnbuckle. Says it gives the Money in the Bank briefcase to the referee. Says she's cashing it in. Ref announces it, rings the bell. Bayley drags her to the middle, not to the middle ring, and a few feet away from the damn turnbuckle. Climbs up, drops that Bayley, elbow drop. 1, 2, 3. Bayley is your new SmackDown Women's Champion, making it for Charlotte. And I looked it up, and I will argue this point. Anybody can look on Wikipedia and take a look. Ric Flair is credited for 16 world titles. I hate to tell everybody, it's more like 21 world titles. There are several on Nitro, the last year of Nitro, where there was like a lot of like world title changes that would happen multiple times in a damn show. Ric Flair's got several 2-hour title reigns. Charlotte just beat her dad's record for having a title reign that lasted less than 5 minutes. So, after that, Bayley's out in the crowd. She's celebrating with everybody. It's a feel-good moment. You're glad to see it happen. See Charlotte's 9th championship end like that. And go through and show, alright, they're now wanting to push Bayley in some kind of capacity. Where it's going to be a long-term push, short-term push, who cares? From the time she won that contract, you had, it wasn't expected. It's great to see. It's also great to see her go through and win the championship same night. I am like a lot of others. This is the second year in a row where the women's Money in the Bank winner has cashed in the same night they've won it. As we all know, Alexa Bliss did it last year. I'm hoping this don't turn into a trend. But still, it's great to see Bayley go through, win the SmackDown Women's Championship. Definitely a feel-good moment. And something that helped recover from trying to pick up the show a little bit after quite a few what the fuck moments. Who the fuck booked this shit round 4? Because next up we get Roman Reigns versus Elias, and we've got Roman walking his way out. We'd heard him talk a little bit earlier. Roman's walking out. Elias comes up with his acoustic, whacks him in the back, heads on to the ring. Gets an electric guitar. The little thing about Hartford sucks. Roman comes out. They brawl for a little bit. They get in the ring. Reigns hits a spear, Superman punch, all that shit. The match lasted, I think, 7 fucking seconds. If you really want, I don't even really want to call this a match. And like I said, it goes with the whole term of who in the fuck booked this shit, because, alright, so we get the Superstar shake-up. Roman and Elias gets sent to SmackDown. They start playing off the feud immediately there. I'm going back and forth in. While I'm not the biggest Roman Reigns supporter, boy's talented. I just think he's over fucking pushed. Elias, he's got talent. If they would just do away with this damn, and I'm gonna offend somebody, but this honky tonk man gimmick shit. And when you want to look at it that way, I mean, he ain't doing the whole Elvis jumpsuit bullshit, but still, it's like a combination of Honky and Jarrett. But still, it's like, what? Why in the fuck would you even put this on the card? This is ridiculous. It's stupid. After a feel-good moment, we get this shit. Not even fucking cool. Alright. So far, the show's looking pretty much like shit. Everybody, we're all saying, what the fuck is going on here? Who in the hell's booking this shit? What the hell's happening here? Next match on the card, which I guess is about as close to the end as you can get, is Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. They're announcing it. First time ever. However, as we've learned, they competed years ago back on the indie circuit one time. The build up to this looked really good. Got to see this, or got to see the start. You know, we saw AJ win the rights to face Seth at Money in the Bank. Got to see the contract signing here at Rupp, here in Lexington, for Monday Night Raw. We've seen what's happened in the last few weeks. Alright. Say it right now, with the way this card went, and the way this is all getting played up, you're expecting something fucked up to happen. You're expecting this to be... I didn't expect it to be as great as what it was. And this was a great back and forth match between two of them. There was no fucked up ending. Nothing messed up through the whole thing. These two went back and forth. It honestly could have went either way. This is how good this match was. To me, this honestly was the match of the night. Seth Rollins does get the win. Great highlight moment is AJ turning Seth's curb stomp into a Styles Clash. And nice showmanship. Something that you don't really get in wrestling much at all. The two of them shaking hands when it's all said and done. Really great match. Really great way to try to recover this show. And this was one of the matches I was looking forward to seeing. And it didn't disappoint. So, like I said, like, starting to look like, okay, we're going to get some recovery. Which was great. Because we needed it. Alright. We move on past the Universal title match for the WWE Championship match. Kofi Kingston, Kevin Owens. Great heel turn, or good heel turn for KO. I'm sorry, I really wasn't digging this whole idea of KO being a fan favorite. He works so much better as a heel. It's been like that for years. Great first challenger for Kofi in his first major title match, first pay-per-view title match. Another one is great back and forth match. Did feel like there were some things being held by the two of them. Now, this is one that going into this, I honestly felt like this is where we could see Big E return and turn heel, siding with KO. We didn't get to see that. Kofi picks up the win after nailing the Trouble in Paradise with no shoes on after KO took his shoes off and chucked them somewhere. Like I said, it was a great back and forth, clean finish, nothing screwed up about it. This is another match I think that it was a really good match. I honestly think they could have went a lot further with this. Probably given time constraints, they couldn't. But still, really good match. I'll put this one just a hair higher than the Tony Nese Daivari Cruiserweight title match as far as how good it was. Only because it's honestly, Kofi's first defense. You get to see Kofi pull out a little bit of that anger that we hadn't seen since his feud with Orton back in 08, I think it was. 08, 09, somewhere in there. But still, a really good match. And at this point, you're feeling like, alright, they're recovering. They started out good, went shitty, covered a little bit, shitty. Two really good matches, one great, one really good match. Starting to recover. We're starting to look a little bit better. But that's where, yeah. Okay, before we get to the main event of the night, I'm going to cover a couple of things that happened beforehand. Earlier in the night, we'd seen Sami Zayn come up to Hunter, and he's all worried about Braun Strowman getting back at him because Braun Strowman was originally supposed to have been one of the 8 Money in the Bank competitors. The Raw before Money in the Bank, they went through and showed, Sami Zayn getting the spot over Braun after McIntyre and Corbin come out and helped him get the 3 count and then Falls Count Anywhere match. You see Strowman running through, storming through the backstage area. He's throwing shit, picking a guy up, lifting him halfway up the damn tractor trailer, wondering where Sammy's at. You're thinking that something's going to happen during the ladder match, actually. A little bit later, we see Sammy. He's hanging upside down. He's unconscious. Of course, you got officials going, hey, you got to get back here. Hunter's running back here. He's like, hey, get the cameras out of here. A year later, Sammy's been rushed to the hospital. Kind of make us wonder what's going on. A little bit later after that, we see Hunter talking to Strowman saying, you know, hey, I know what you did. It'd be just best if you just leave. Strowman's like, yeah, whatever, I'm out. Kind of had us all wondering what the hell's going on. Of course, we'd find that out later, and we'll talk about that here later. Also, then we get the Lucha House Party coming out, and they're saying, alright, it's going to be a 6-man tag match. Lucha House Party comes out, and then here comes Lars Sullivan. Alright, with everything going on here recently, this did not help WWE. Who's ever in charge of their PR department needs to have their asses fired. Vince needs to be smacked right upside the damn head for this shit. Send Lars Sullivan out there. He beats down the 3 luchadors. With everything's coming out about Lars here lately, this was not looking real good for him or WWE's PR department. Not one bit. I just want to say, hey, there's what the fuck moment number 5. Who in the fuck booked this shit? Incident number 5. And I mean, if there was supposed to be a match, it never happened because this whole bullshit with Lucha House Party and Lars Sullivan, like I said, screwed up. And I don't know who. I know Vince gets final say so, and with everything going on, this is once again screaming WCW all over. Alright. So now we've come to the main event, the end of the show. It's time for the 8-man men's Money in the Bank ladder match. That only has 7 guys in it. With Sami Zayn being taken out, they bring out Mustafa Ali. They bring out Andrade, Finn, Balor, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, McIntyre, Corbin, Ali, Andrade, Finn. Oh, and Ricochet. Match starts. Alright, the more I'm watching this match, the more I'm thinking, holy crap, they are taking a page out of New Japan's book. Anybody hasn't seen anything from New Japan, I mean, a lot of those matches, especially the main event ones, spot fest, and this is all this was, like an over glorified spot fest. Everybody going through ladders. Everybody trying to climb for it, getting knocked down. This match could have honestly went either way, or any 7 ways. You thought there for a minute, you know, they were going to be pushing towards certain ones, you know, different points in the match, different ones going through and winning it. Me personally, going into this match, even whenever it's Braun Strowman supposed to be in it, and even after they said Sami Zayn was going to be Braun's replacement, I honestly had this feeling that maybe this was going to be the night that they were going to go through and let Drew McIntyre bust through that glass ceiling, so to speak, grab that brass ring, grab that briefcase. And you thought he was going to get another feel-good moment when Mustafa Ali, he's up there, he's got his hands on the briefcase. And then it happened. Here comes fucking Brock Lesnar. Comes sprinting down to the fucking ring, knocks Ali off there, climbs up there, grabs the fucking Money in the Bank briefcase. Ruined the whole goddamn show. Pretty much said to those 7 competitors, even Braun Strowman, even Sami Zayn, every single superstar, whether it be man or woman, the WWE and Vince McMahon pretty much went, fuck you to you guys and to all you fans. It's exactly what they did. While letting Brock Lesnar come out there and win the fucking Money in the Bank briefcase. Right there is automatically where I said, alright, this is officially went into this. Alright, who in the fuck booked this crap? If Vince McMahon thinks that's what we all want, he needs to fucking retire and hand the reins over to Triple H. I've been saying it for a while, but after Sunday's Money in the Bank, it was official. I know ratings are going down, but Brock Lesnar is not the answer. Everything I keep reading and seeing, this was like a last second fucking decision. Everybody thought they were going to fucking win, and then before he go out, I guess it was announced, okay, Brock's going to be the one that wins this. I'm sorry. I'll tell you right now, if I was in WWE, and if I'd been one of those, I'm going to say 9 competitors, because I'm going to throw Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn into this. And I hear about this, I'd have went out there and put on a performance that looked like it got called in. If I'd have been those 7 guys actually competing in the match, I'd have been basically phoning that match in and having the crowd shouting, this is boring, this sucks. You can't. I'm going to say the same thing that I don't know how many other people have said, whether it be through other videos on YouTube. Dirt sheet guys have had to say and write about this. Brock Lesnar's not the answer. He never has been, never will be. I don't know what the fuck anybody was thinking, what Vince was thinking, but for this to happen, I ain't seen the ratings yet for Raw. I am curious about that, but I guarantee you there's very few people that's got to be happy about this whole decision. I mean, Brock motherfucking Lesnar, of all people, it's a giant slap in the face to all the rest of them that's out there 300 days a year busting their ass, hitting every market they can, putting on a show. No matter how shitty the booking or storylines are, they're still going out there day in and day out, busting their ass. And for have this part-timing, actually he ain't even a part-timer, he's a rarely timer, come out there and win it, get himself thrown right back into a fucking title match. This is fucking ridiculous. There's no call in it. And yeah, if it wasn't for the fact I was going to start doing this show right here, this probably would have been the moment where I would have canceled my subscription. It's moments like this that made me say, I cannot wait for AEW's Double or Nothing. I cannot wait for AEW's Tuesday Night Dynamite on TNT to happen. Alright, so we've had the whole show. We went from start show thumbs up, started going like this, started to go back up, and then just went. I don't know what is going through Vince's head. I know he's the one that gets the final say so on any and everything that happens on Raw and SmackDown. In the 2 days since the event, like I said, 2 days from the time I record this, from the time the event happened, I've tried to piece it together. I've tried to think, what the fuck's going on here? And then it hit me like a bolt of fucking lightning. This reminds me so much of what WWE was like back in the mid-90s. When they had all these cheesy, cartoony, stupid gimmicks. All these fucked up matches. Stupid shit going on. WCW Nitro debuts. NWO shows up. They're still doing it. Nitro's winning the ratings war, and then bam, here comes Stone Cold. Here comes Foley. Here comes Rock, Triple H, full force. They finally take over. No more cheesy gimmicks. No more bullshit. And I'm hoping I'm right. I got a weird feeling I'm wrong. And I hope that I'm hoping I'm right that they're going, when AEW debuts, that they start pulling their head, that Vince and company pulls their head out of their ass, or Vince finally says, all right, Hunter, here, take over. I'm out. I've got this football thing to deal with. Because anybody watches NXT knows that that's a hell of a lot better show than Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view altogether. It don't matter if it's a damn their TV show or their takeover events. Hell, even the fucking NXT UK's better than this shit. You had so many what the fuck moments, and who in the hell booked this shit moments, and what the hell are they thinking moments. It's not even fucking funny. For a card that looked so good on paper. Got fucked up so bad. I mean, ratings are going down into the fucking toilet. You need something to start recovering. And you give a show like this. And as a fan, we're all wondering what the hell's going on here. No wonder you got writers quitting. No wonder you got superstars wanting to fucking leave. Go elsewhere. Shit like this, it's enough to go through and piss you off. Make you not even want to watch this shit. I don't even want to. If I was going to grade this whole thing, I look back, thinking back in December, Vince and them say, we're going to start listening to the fans, start giving y'all giving everybody what the fans want. It is still yet to happen. I mean, there's been some stuff where, alright, we're getting it, but we're just not. We may get what we want as far as the matches go, but storyline wise and these damn pay-per-views, it just takes everything, just chucks it right in fucking trash. Says fuck it. It was a giant slap in the face to all of us. It was a giant FU to all of us. And I'm going to be curious to see how things go between now and the next pay-per-view they run. And no, I'm not talking about the Saudi Arabia Super Showdown, whatever the fuck they're calling it, out of there. I can't. And you know what's going to piss a lot of us off is if that ends up being a better show than fucking Money in the Bank. Each and every one of us knows that's going to piss every one of us off if it ends up being a better damn show than that. A better damn show than fucking Money in the Bank. That's my take on WWE's Money in the Bank 2019. Had so much hope, and it just got flushed right down the shitter. I'm E-Daddy, your angry guy. And until next time, well, let's hope and pray that something's going to happen. That wrestling is going to start returning to what we know is great, what we know is good. Because this shit sucks. Till next time, catch you later.